table, can you tell us if the spirit in the room is one that is in the basement children library? Oh, it is. This is the one. Yes. You've been wanting to be heard for a long time, haven't you? Good evening. My name is Simon. I'm a student of the occult sciences, especially of the Victorian era. And tonight, we will be looking for psychical phenomenon here at Willard Library. A medium is an intermediary between this mundane corporeal world and that of the other side. For tonight's experiments, we'll be using a variety of things tonight. The first I'll talk about is the tarot, or the Book of Thoth. So we'll be using the tarot to take a snapshot of the spiritist contextual energies of the room tonight. Along with that, there is also the dowsing rods. The dowsing rods, I was taught by my grandfather, who was taught by his father before him, originally to witch a well. For our purposes, we'll be looking for EMF, or electromagnetic field intersections, which indicate the presence of spirits. Similar to dowsing, of course, is the pendulum. As a youngster, my aunt taught me to use the pendulum. It's a way of communicating yes or no with spirits. And of course, the EMF meter. So these are all Victorian period tools. The EMF meter is not. I did make this meter custom, such that it will only trigger in 2 to 7 milligauss. That is when there's a spirit EMF reading present that ghost hunters claim is indicative of a ghost apparition. So watch for this light in the background. If it goes off, then that would be an interesting, don't know, no guarantees really in anything tonight. Let's begin with taking an energy reading of the room. So this will let the spirits know by laying out this card that this is what we're looking for. We'll do a basic 3-card read. I will interpret and tell you what the cards mean, and then from each of your perspectives as we go, and it'll probably get deeper as the cards come over. All right, the 6 of Cups. The cups are emotions and relationships. And you see there's a couple of children. So this card usually indicates the past. Remember a child, the far past, the distance, a time of happiness, plentiful, good relationships. This is an interesting card, the 7 of Pentacles. So the Pentacles, I interpret those to mean money, business, power, treasure, wealth. But it also, this is what's interesting about this card, is it can also indicate conflict. You know, what's going on? Let's start with history.
Well, we do not know who the Gray Lady is, but common theory is that she is Louise Carpenter, who is the daughter of Willard Carpenter, the founder of the library.
Oh yeah, Willard Library.
So the children thing kind of comes in there to play there, and then a lot of people believe that she is haunting the library because when Willard Carpenter passed, he left majority of his wealth here to the building and not so much to his family members. So the wealth and conflict thing kind of plays there.
Oh,
is that kind of what you were thinking as well?
Yeah, I was thinking the conflict also with children. There has been rumors that there is a little boy spirit that hangs out in the
Oh, really? I did not know. Billy.
Yep. never heard much about it. Actually, our director's one who told me about him, so.
Well, let's see what the last card is. What do you think? Or should we just bury in the deck? Betrayal. So the swords, they have to do with power and change. When the state of change, things are changing, powerful change, and of course the heart. There's a storm. You see the heart's in a storm. There was a storm. And the person in power and change, there's a betrayal of the heart. Spirits, we invite you to speak and tell us this evening about these two people. So here's how it works. You know how to use the pendulum. Go ahead and hold it up, and then not trying to make it move on your own, just allowing it to begin to swing towards one of these 4 cards. It'll begin to swing on its own. And when it does, simply allow it. And then when it begins, it generally is more and more. I've seen it swing so much it almost flips over the wrist. It looks like it's definitely that card. I wonder what it is. Let's see. Justice. So this is adjustment. Really a fairness and scales. Yet, in her other hand, there is the power of change. Are you ready to douse the pendulum? See whether it's the spirits. Go ahead and hold her down there closer to the table. There you go, right over the face. Now it's deciding. Once it starts swinging, just let it go. You can feel the energy move on it. Almost without even thinking about it. It is the new card. How are you feeling about that? Weird, isn't it?
A little bit weird, yeah.
Isn't that weird? It's like somebody else is moving it, isn't it? Sometimes you can even feel it tug real hard and sudden. Let's see what it is. Did I take the devil card out? The Hanged Man. This represents wisdom. This is usually drawn as a single card by a person who is successful in most things they do, well liked, which inspires people to want to follow them. Now, you ready to do the dowsing rods? All right. Spirits, give us a sign that you're here tonight. Can you show us where one of you most powerful is in the room? Are you willing to talk? Oh, here we go. I told you there's one that hangs around her that triggers that thing. Oh yeah, there it goes. Okay. Were you trying to tell us something about someone in this room? Are you willing to talk to the spirit of the talking table? Looks like it. table it is. So the tipping table, known in Victorian times as the talking table, the place where it became quite the fashionable thing to do among society during the pastime, was all gather around and hold a table and then communicate, and these were called table tipping seances, the original Victorian period seance. So what you'll do is you'll lay your hands on it, so your fingertips and the bit of the palm of or the heel of your hand lay really lightly, just very light, and you don't want to consciously move it because that wouldn't give us anything real. And as it begins to move, you can let your hands move with it. Once you feel it move, support and move with it. You can already see the movement beginning. The movement it can pick up to be faster and faster. Spirit. How old were you when you passed away? Were you 10 years old or less? Oh, a young one. We've got a young one here. Table spirit, can you tell us if this one that's passed on was a male? It was a male, a little boy. Table, can you tell us if the spirit in the room is one that is in the basement children library? Oh, it is. This is the one. Would you like someone to leave some toys downstairs for you to play with? I got that sense. You would. Of course you would. What little boy wouldn't want toys?
Does your name happen to be Billy?
Are there any other spirits in the room with you, little one? There are. Oh, look, it's turning. What's that? The table's turning. Yeah, just turn with it.
There were a few times when I lifted my hands up completely.
I saw that.
Still moving and
Mhm.
kind of watching their hands, and it didn't look like anyone was holding it or rocking it or anything like that. Yeah, it was pretty wild.
Yep. I've seen it where everybody raises their hands. You can see them. It's a common thing to do. It's like, is somebody really moving this? And then you raise your hand and it keeps going. Yeah. All right, well, let's close out this. Thank you, Table Spirit, for speaking tonight. We bid you farewell for the evening. Okay. Let's take this to the stairs.